it's Sunday afternoon and it's my only day off from work. So last time I talked about how stressed I was about going back to work. Now I've been back to work for 2 weeks. Um, I had, it sounds crazy, but I had this schedule like from evening shift to morning shift and 2 night shifts. I had 3 days off in between, and the same pattern repeated itself. But now that it's Sunday, this is my only day off after the second week. um, I feel a bit, I don't really like having only one day off from work because it doesn't allow me enough time to recover and recharge. Luckily, work hasn't been stressful, hasn't been too busy. After this Sunday, I'll go back to work tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna have 5 days in a row, and after that I'll have 4 days off from work, after which it kind of comes back to me because I'll have 7 days in a row. Also, last time I talked about my visa. My recruitment company is going to file my green card petition. I had some forms that I had to review. I actually checked the FedEx location before I came here. It was obviously closed today, so I have to go there tomorrow. They paid for the FedEx shipment, so everything's good. Last time, at the moment, the information that I had was that for weeks I wouldn't really hear back from them because it was going to be all documents and things would take a long time to process. But by Thursday, it was like exactly 2 weeks after I took the NCLEX. I received some study materials, some online modules that I have to complete as part of my transitions program. The schedule in which I have to complete each of the modules is pretty relaxed compared to what happened during the NCLEX review program. So far, I'm actually ahead of the schedule. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do that, but I don't think they will have any objections either. I just feel like I want to get all of that out of the way as soon as possible so I don't have to worry about deadlines on a week-to-week basis. So for now, I'll be waiting on my visa, and I'll be studying some clinical transitions stuff. The transitions will continue once I arrive in the US. The transitions part that will be taking place in the US is more hands-on. Company will have an opportunity to check off any practical skills that we have. One part of this pre-arrival transitions program was to learn how to type at or above 35 words per minute. But since I am already familiar with EMR documenting, we don't actually use any pen or paper, and I'm also a millennial. I'm typing at 75 words per minute. And about the visa, I learned that it is at the company's discretion to expedite the process down to 6 months. They were asking me if I have any objections or barriers that would prevent me from moving to the US at the end of 6 months. As of now, I'm not even dating anyone. I don't have any children. At work, I have a term of notice of 2 weeks. I don't have any obligations really holding me back. But like in the last video, I was talking about daydreaming about the future, especially like the period when I have to pack my stuff, decide what I want to bring with me to the US and what I need to sell or give away. I've also been thinking about the phase when I'll be in the transitions program, the phase when I'll move to my assignment, start my work. All of these things are playing in my head. It would be really exciting to arrive in the US after 6 months instead of what was proposed earlier, the normal 9 to 12 months. There's really nothing holding me back. I just have to figure out all the things related to what I want to bring to the US, what I have to sell. I think it would help if I knew where I'm gonna be placed, but I understand that I have to wait until I have the visa, because it's not purposeful for any employer to interview someone that may or may not get their visa. I mean, everything depends on the visa. So after I do have my visa, I'll interview for a job that the company has selected for me from their client hospitals, and based on my work experience and skills. I'm not exactly sure how they're gonna place me unit-wise, because there's not really an equivalent in the US for the unit that I worked on. It's kind of a mixture between the ER and the ICU. It's intensive observation. We're not really the ER. Patients come to us from the ER. We're not really the ICU because we don't have intubated patients, but the whole idea is that the patients are monitored all the time. For these 7 patients, we have 3 RNs per shift. We don't have any LPNs, CNAs. So depending on a shift, I'll have 2 or 3 patients. So for now, I'll be waiting on my visa. I'll be studying clinical content, and I'll be going to work, trying to implement what I've learned throughout the NCLEX review program and what I'm continuing to learn currently from these modules that I have to complete. All of these are kind of obligations, so also I'll be focusing on running and going to the gym. Now after the NCLEX, I'm trying to better take care of my stress by exercising especially, and otherwise keep my lifestyle in balance. Like when I get stressed, I forget to eat, and when I don't eat, everything's just like a vicious cycle. Then it's great that the NCLEX review of my process is over and done with, because it was really stressful to study for like 15 hours a week while going to work full time. I don't even know how much time I really spent. The 15 hours is what they estimated, but sometimes I feel like it was way above that. Here's a very nice warm spot. It's almost 6 p.m. From the position of the sun, you can see that we're way up north. Here you can see my shadow. I want to go down here because earlier when I filmed Legend, it was kind of scarce. Look at it. There's so much. Here you can see the lichen make this kind of round shape.
greenish one, and the more grayish one is just like meh. I'm trying to take a close-up picture of this lichen. Like if I move my foot even one step to the left, I might lose my balance. There's a tree I can lean on, but I don't know if you can see from the camera how steep it really is. These trees are up to my waist, shorter than me. It's really rare that something is shorter than me. So dark in there. I just heard a gunshot in the distance, another one. Judging by the sounds of kids, I think I'm nearing the parking lot. I've made kind of a loop around the whole area. It's only about less than a kilometer in distance. If only I knew how to color grade properly, I'd make this video look more like what I see right now. For some reason this video is so much brighter than the actual experience here. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below and subscribe to follow me in the process of me moving from the land of the thousand lakes to the land of the free as a foreign educated nurse. It would mean a lot if you commented and liked my videos, and I'd also really like to hear from you if you're in a similar situation.